Welcome to tonight's broadcast, and I'm your host, Shashank Chanamulu. And today, we have a special guest from the community of Boston, Hester Prynne. Thank you, host, for having me here tonight. I am delighted to be here. It is sure a pleasure to have you here today, Hester. How are you doing today? I'm faring quite well, actually. How about you? Doing just fine, Hester. Now, the reason we brought you here today is because we were interested in how big of a celebrity you have become in the Puritan community. Do you believe this is a result of your scarlet letter? I believe this scarlet letter does play a role in how people see me. Even my own child Pearl can't see me as me without my scarlet letter on. It has become a part of my identity. However, I do believe that my sewing skills have also made me quite popular. I have sewn many beautiful garments for that the townspeople cherish, and my contributions to the needy should also be a factor. That is truly inspirational, Hester. Now, what made you stay in Boston even after the community shunned you for your sin? Boston is the place where I committed the sin, and I believe that instead of running away like a coward, I should stay near Boston for a decent bit of time to set an example for the younger generation of how to respond and face adversity and to never back down, even when everything is against you. As a result, I get many young clients, even some older clients, coming to me and confessing their sins. And I feel like a pastor without even preaching. Unbelievable story, Hester. Now, how are you able to raise Pearl with practically no father figure and her inability to mingle with other kids? I had to fill the shoes of two people, and I had to use my sewing skills mainly to sew dresses for the wealthy and to use that money to support Pearl and me. It was a pain seeing Pearl get odd looks from the Bostonian children. She often had harsh reactions to them, either throwing stones at them or using profane language. I tried my best to give Pearl a companion by dressing her in elaborate clothing, certainly better than what the average Bostonian was wearing. Truly remarkable, Hester. It is a shame to see how people react to Pearl as though she was the embodiment of the scarlet letter itself. So you plan on leaving Boston soon, and I was just wondering, what caused such a shift in the wind to leave after living here for several years after your trial? Well, actually, I'm leaving the person I committed adultery with. His health has been deteriorating, and we believe that leaving Boston will help us raise Pearl properly and protect his already fragile health. However, the election sermon might get in the way a bit. That is truly unfortunate, Hester. Such an icon is leaving the Boston community so soon. But I'm glad to see that you are taking initiative and doing what is best for others. So this significant other, do you see him often? Does he get to see Pearl often? We meet in the forest occasionally, and we talk about life and plans for the future. We usually let Pearl go out and wander in the woods, but stay somewhat within our vicinity. He usually gives Pearl a kiss on the forehead, but Pearl doesn't know that he is her father. She thinks she was born from the rose bush outside the prison I was held in. How romantic. But, what is your opinion on the doctor in town, Roger Chillingworth? Some people say he was sent by God himself to save Boston, while contrastingly others say that he was sent by the devil and is the form of the devil himself. I absolutely despise that man. He's a no-good scoundrel sucking the life out of poor Reverend Dimsdale, like the devil sucking the spirit out of a human. I confronted him about him and his treatment because, I'm in the Reverend's congregation and I feel bad for the old man. His bloodletting treatments are radical, and the way he speaks with Pearl and me is uncomplimentary. If I could banish one person from Boston, it would be him. Great to hear your input, Hester. Such a man should be confronted. So, what are your thoughts on the election sermon coming up? Being in Reverend Dimsdale's congregation, I believe that Reverend Dimsdale will deliver the most beautiful message to ever grace mankind's ears. I really hope the Reverend lives a long and joyous life, because he has done so much to this community in his fragile state of health. Okay. Anyway, I think that concludes your time with us, Hester. It has been truly an honor to have you with us here today. We wish you good luck on your travels, and we hope to see you back in Boston soon. Thank you for having me on the show tonight, but that reminds me, I made something just for you. Why, thank you for this, Hester. This is remarkable.